Yep. Welcome back. My name is Kevin Kovalevsky. For a breakdown of a wild day in Tennessee sports, here's Carly Young.
The craziness surrounding the Vols roller coaster may not be over. An ESPN report coming out this afternoon says that Cuonzo Martin is a top target for Marquette's vacancy. The report says there hasn't been any confirmation Martin is in fact interested in the job. His team, however, is interested in fighting last night in its Sweet 16 loss to Michigan. Down 11 at the half and 15 during the second half, the Vols cut it on one in a late Jordan McCray bucket. But Jarnell Stokes was called for a late charge. The call was questionable. The Vols' heart was not.
You know, we didn't come out here, even though Michigan was on fire, we didn't come out here and get blown out. We still showed some heart towards the end, and you know, I got a chance to play on the stage like this, and it's amazing. You know, a lot of people didn't think we would make it this far. And, I'm sure there's points in the game where people thought we should be down 20 or 25, so we definitely showed heart. You know, a lot of it was just we had to get lucky and hope they missed some threes, and they wouldn't miss.
The Lady Vols are back in the Sweet 16. They've gotten there 32 times in 33 women's tournaments. They're, of course, the 1 seed in the Louisville region. The Lady Vols will take on Maryland at the KFC Yum Center tomorrow at noon. Their thoughts on the game.
We just need to focus on our next game. We can't get to where we need to go if we don't focus on Maryland right now. So I think in years before, we've said we got to the Final Four, but we can't overlook who we're going to play next.
I think it's just a matter of who's going to want it more, who's going to play harder, who's going to get the 50-50 balls, who's going to be more gritty, have more of a swag and an attitude about them, that when they do get out there on the floor, everybody's on point and everybody's clicking together.
The Vols football team held their second spring scrimmage this morning at Neyland Stadium. They got a lot of work done in the rain today. Butch Jones said it was good to see the team in the elements. He liked the tempo today, and quarterback competition still seems good, even though some did bad. Nathan Peterman is the only quarterback not to throw a pick, but he held the ball a bit. Riley Ferguson had an overtime interception that got him some words from Butch Jones, but he says that's just another teaching moment for the whole unit.
Trust is earned over time, and they know I'm always going to have their back, and so every play is a teaching opportunity with this young football team. So a lot of times when you're correcting one individual, you're correcting the entire football team. That's what teachers do. So it was a great teaching opportunity at that moment of time, not just for Riley, but the entire quarterback position, and you always need to take advantage of that when those opportunities occur.
Jones was not so impressed with the defensive line and the linebackers, but on the flip side, he liked what he saw from the offensive line and running backs. Freshman Jalen Hurd is continuing to progress, and veteran Marlon Lane was battling it out despite a cast on his arm.
I think that position group is really starting to come on. And, you know, Marlon's been a warrior for us. He's playing with a cast, and to have him back and get some game repetition, some game speed reps was big for us today. But also, you know, Jalen Hurd continues to develop, and he needs as many reps as he can, so that was extremely productive for us.
It was a great night for hockey in the Coliseum. Eric's the team's overtime winner gives the Ice Bears a playoff win over Louisiana 2-0. The Ice Bears moved to the SPHL semifinals.
Thanks, Carly. There's a certain buzz around this time in Knoxville this year that can only be described as spring football. Orange and white game this Saturday. You excited?
It's supposed to be some beautiful weather, Kevin.
That's awesome. That's all we got to you. Back to news.
The Lady Volunteers matched up with the Kentucky Wildcats this afternoon in Thompson Bowling Arena for the annual Play for K initiative. Kentucky and Tennessee are two of the highest scoring SEC teams this season. Thanks, Terry. This is Carly Young reporting live from Tom Black Track after a successful weekend here at the Tennessee Relays. The track team got to honor the seniors here at the University of Tennessee, and we got a chance to sit down with track star Jake Rainey. Thanks, Terry. This is Carly Young reporting live from Lindsey Nelson Stadium as the Vols take on the Knoxville Challenger League. It's their third annual game, and we're here for a lot of fun. We're expecting some hugs, hits, and home runs today. Thanks, Terry. This is Carly Young reporting live from Tom Black Track after a successful weekend here at the Tennessee Relays. The track team got to honor the seniors here at the University of Tennessee, and we got a chance to sit down with track star Jake Rainey.
Tennessee, distance runner Jake Rainey.
I'm a senior at UT. I've been on the track team for 4 years. I'm also graduating from the School of Journalism and Electronic Media this May. I was on the cross country and track teams, both. And in track, I ran the 3K and 5K indoors and the 5K and 10K outdoors. I chose to come to the University of Tennessee for a couple of reasons. The main one was for my coach, who I had actually my freshman year, George Watts. He was a really great guy, and he really treated me like a great person, and I really appreciated his contribution to my training as an athlete. I also came here because I really like the state of Tennessee. It's where I've grown up my whole life, and I really liked representing us on the track and on the cross-country course throughout my tenure at the university. My favorite moment competing at UT was actually last year at SEC's for cross-country. It was at Vaughn's Gap in Nashville. It was hosted by Vanderbilt, and it was the course where I grew up and I trained while I was in high school, so my entire family and everyone I knew from high school was actually there to watch and cheer me on.
Jake isn't just a star on the track. He is also an environmental activist here on campus and in the community.
Students promoting environmental action in Knoxville, short as SPEAK. It's a campus organizing group, totally student-led, student-run, and I was one of the chair members this year. It's a really great group. We do a lot of organizing on campus. We also do a lot of stream cleanups, fort cleanups. We go on camping trips, hiking trips, canoeing trips. We just have a lot of chances and time to be outside and enjoy nature. Well, from here, I have a job next year with the Green Corps. It's a group that specializes in training people in environmental and political organizing. And I will be starting out in Boston in the fall, and then I will be traveling and organizing throughout the whole next year. So I'm really excited.
Cross-country program 4 years and is a 3-time SEC cross-country scorer.
Thanks, Terry. This is Carly Young reporting live from Lindsey Nelson Stadium as the Vols take on the Knoxville Challenger League. It's their 3rd annual game, and we're here for a lot of fun. We're expecting some hugs, hits, and home runs today. Knoxville Challenger Sports is an organization created to give opportunities to children and young adults with special needs. The Challenger League is a nonprofit organization that began with the Little League Challenger Baseball in 1997. Since 1997, the league has expanded to 8 teams with a roster of 80 to 100 children per year. Not only do the children get excited for these games, but the volunteers as well.
Yeah, as a freshman, when I heard we were doing this, I thought it was a neat experience. I got to work with some kids like this in peer tutoring in high school, and it was a great experience. And then getting to do it for a second year is it's always humbling, and it always lets you know how much it means to these kids.
The Challenger League is funded mainly through community support and contributions. These programs help keep children active and involved throughout the year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You know, every year that we get to do this is another year that it continues to humble me and shows me how much what we really have. And it's a fun experience just seeing the smiles on these kids' faces and seeing how much it means to them on a daily basis. And almost makes their year. That makes me happy, and that's what it's really all about.